Hello, Deanne here. I thought I'd share a bit about my story with you all because it's always interesting to hear how people got from one place to another, and it can be inspiring sometimes. And my journey has been the roller coaster that most of us have experienced and dates right back to the beginning of my life. So I'm not going to share all that much, but I will share the last, say, 10 years in as brief a time as possible. So in 2011, I believe it was, I was in a high-paying job in mining. I was in a relationship and engaged, had my son living with us, who was a teenager, young adult at the time, and I wasn't happy. But the job was good, and I just sort of decided that this must be my life. This relationship I wasn't happy in, and this job I didn't particularly like, and I just didn't see any way out or around or any other options. So I decided that's my life. And then, horrifically, but in hindsight, gratefully, one violent night my relationship ended. He decided to attack my son, and obviously that was a big no, and I kicked him out and had to go through all that process. And so I found myself suddenly single with an adult kid, basically could look after himself. And I'd given myself to the job and to him and to my child, and I thought, who am I now that I'm not needed by all these things? And it started my whole journey. And at the time, because I was making so much money in mining, I was donating every single month to Greenpeace. I wanted to give back after struggling as a single parent. And one day they sent me a letter saying, as a challenge, not just to me, sent to a few people, challenging me to raise $8,000, go to Borneo, climb a mountain. The idea was to raise awareness for the destruction of the forest, one of the most ancient forests for palm oil plantations. Anyway, I kept looking at it, putting it down, looking at it, putting it down, and I thought, you know what, I think I might do this. And I thought I better check my son first because he'd be on his own. And he looked at me and he's kind of like, really? And I went, yeah. And we goes, cool. We were both surprised, but there we go. So I did that. And when I came back, I realized how easy it was for me to be myself while I was over there as opposed to here. And I sank into depression pretty severely, suffered with depression a lot of my life. And I found essential oils a great solution. So I was using essential oils to relieve my sadness. And then I think it was Abbott, one of the prime ministers anyway, decided that the retirement age was going to be 75 or something ridiculous. And I thought, I don't want to be driving a bloody truck when I'm 75. There's got to be something else I can do. And I was putting on my oils and went, oh my God. So my business started with aromatherapy. And I was traveling, doing road trips and all kinds of stuff with it. It was lovely. But it wasn't everything. And then the essential oils made me consider other alternative therapies. So I had kinesiology, I had theta healing, which was so impactful that I decided to learn how to do that. So I became a theta healer, which you can do all kinds of stuff with. That's what I do at my healing circles, which I had today. But mainly my purpose was to release subconscious beliefs. So all this stuff that's in our head that's telling us we're wrong or not to do that or that's not safe or blocking us, it was releasing blocks mainly. And I just loved that side of it. So I embraced that, and because I was so fascinated by the subconscious, I decided to look into hypnotherapy, and I got certified in hypnotherapy as well. And the more I was learning these things, the more I was releasing, because while you're learning, you're practicing on each other. So I released so many blocks and so many limiting beliefs that I really developed a lot of self-confidence. I shed all this stuff that was holding me back. And now I have this fantastic business of sharing what I do with others. So I've gone from this completely miserable, thinking this is my life person, to this new person, or not new, I've just shed all the shit, or a lot of the shit, who feels confident and happy, and I've got time for me and all the rest of it, and I've got such a better life. It's funny how such a significantly traumatic even event could kick start that projection. It's amazing. And I'm so proud, when I look back, I'm so proud of that girl who decided to go to Borneo. It's exciting when you have self-reflection, when you look back. Self-reflection is a powerful tool. When you look back at where you were 10 years ago or something, what have you learned? What's the difference between here and there? Like, there's a part of you in the past that so wanted what you have now. And we don't look at that, do we? We're just looking at where we are and where we want to be and why aren't we there. And it's fascinating. It's a mindset. Working with your limiting beliefs and adapting your mindset can change you from, like me, being completely unhappy to being a sole entrepreneur. Not that you need to be a business person. You may be happy in your job, I don't know. But when we work on our limiting beliefs and when we release our blocks, the world can be your oyster. So much is available to us. It's just fascinating to me. I just love this work. And while we're on that, I have a surprise offer for you guys. So I have a mindset 12-week program where every week we focus on something different. All this stuff that I've learned over the years in 12 weeks. So you can get there much faster than I did, for much less than I paid. I paid tens of thousands of dollars to get where I am, if I'm honest. And you can believe in yourself, and you can be aligned with your abundance, and you can have the confidence to do the things, all the things that you want to do. There's normally $555 for the 12 weeks, but I'm going to offer it to you guys for only $111, and only for the first 10 people. Imagine if you release all the shit that's in your way, that's in your head, that's telling you you can't, that's telling you you're not capable, it's telling you it's not for you, you don't deserve, all that stuff. If all of it's gone, imagine what you could achieve. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know, sooner the better. And self-reflection. Think about how far you've been, how you've come to where you are, how you've achieved it. There's something you've achieved that you've wanted before. And imagine what you could do in 12 weeks without all the shit in the way. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.